Hey, what's up guys? Another video here. So today I want to talk about thinking before you act. Okay, so this is a very simple concept, but it is not a thought process that many people go through. Okay, so for example, let's say you want to go on a vacation. Okay, so you want to go on a YOLO vacation. So you have to think about the long-term effects of this. Okay, so number one, you are spending an exorbitant amount of money on a vacation, okay? And the time value of money applies here. So let's say you spend $5,000 on a vacation, and then down the line you'll be losing out tons of gains on the market with this large amount, okay? And you have to also take into consideration the person that you're going on vacation with, okay? So is this a very good friend or a significant other that you'll build a memory with, or is this kind of like a fling or a kind of off-the-cuff type of person that you are dealing with, okay? So this may not be the best decision if it's not someone that's very important to you, okay? And that you won't provide value to, or they won't provide value to you like down the road, okay? So it's really important to gauge that decision based on who you are going with, the amount of money that you're going to be spending on it, and so forth, okay? So I am not saying not to live your life and not going on vacations, but you want to budget accordingly, okay? So if you have a $5,000 vacation, you probably want to be saving at least a year or two for it, okay? And you want to be planning this well in advance where you're maximizing the vacation, okay? And you also have to keep in mind that if you do switch jobs or whatnot, that the accrued pay time off, you will, for most companies, they'll pay you out of it. So that's also a consideration. So if you do leave a job, what's going to happen is you'll get your final pay, and then you also get your accrued pay time off, okay? And in other countries it may be different. I know in Europe you have a significant number of weeks off, but in America it's not really, it's almost frowned down upon for you to really take advantage of all your vacation. Well, number one, we have a lot of holidays off, a lot of federal holidays off, and the vacation time is about 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks, again, if you're just starting an employer. But if you do maximize it, number one, it hurts you in both ways. Number one, you may damage the morale of the other employees. They may have to be doing your work. And number two is you're going to be expending resources during the vacation, okay? So it can hurt you twofold. It may also hurt your career unknowingly. Okay, I'm not saying not to take your vacation, but if you're the kind of person that really maximizes their vacation time, it may hurt you professionally, also in the wallet, of course, through the time value of money. Okay, so you always want to think about all the angles when you're making a decision like that. Okay, so that's just a simple example using the vacation, but also the car. Again, the car may go out of style. You may be paying too much for it. You may not be factoring the kind of maintenance costs. I know for European cars or sports cars, the maintenance is considerably more than a normal car. So, you know, there's a myriad of factors that you want to consider before taking action, okay? And also another big point, the decision of marriage, okay? So it is not just a contract of love, okay? So it is a financial contract. Okay, so you really want to think about before making a major life decision like this, okay? So number one, you want to assess if it's a community property state that you're going to be residing in after marriage, or a common law state. You want to be factoring in consideration that are you going to have a child with this person or not? So again, my personal belief is if you're not going to have a child with a person that, you know, there really isn't a reason to get married, because the point of marriage, again, from my standpoint, is to have a child and to raise that child in a healthy environment where you have the mother and father both raising the child. So you can cohabitate and nothing really will change. Again, if each party is making their own income, the female is making her own income, the male is making his own income, and they cohabitate, it's not really going to change with the marriage from a day-to-day basis, but you will be entering a financial contract where if a divorce occurs, there's going to be some kind of split of assets, there's going to be some kind of a separation of assets and whatnot, some kind of rewarding of assets. So the the contract of marriage really hurts the person that's making the higher income. But if you're making a similar income and you're cohabitating, is there really a point in marriage? So you really want to think about all these aspects when you're making a huge decision, okay? And even day-to-day decisions is important when you're thinking about it, okay? So if you're eating, for example, a lot of saturated fat through red meat, then you want to be taking that into consideration. So if you are eating, very unnutritious things such as a fried food or other things that are highly processed, then that's actually a day-to-day decision that you want to think about. So that's, you're thinking on a daily basis, actually multiple times per day, hey, is this going to lead to negative health ramifications down the road? So it may give you pleasure at that moment, like I said before in previous videos, the instant gratification versus a delayed gratification. So make you happy at that particular point in time, but day to day, if you're making that bad decision, it's going to accumulate over time and it's going to lead to major health problems, okay? And at times, this health problem may be irreversible. So it's really important, even if you're thinking of day-to-day tasks or decisions, that you have this thought process, the cost-benefit analysis. Is this going to affect my health down the road? Is this going to be a decision where it's going to lead to a major cost and time value of money in order to grow your assets? Can I allot this money in a better way? Can I show value to my employer? Can I spend time watching TV versus trying to do a business plan or business idea, trying to generate income? So actually, day to day, you make a lot of decisions that can affect your life in the future, okay? And most often than not, you're probably going to live a long time. Again, due to medical advancement or also knowledge about nutrition, you're probably going to be living a long time unless you undergo a catastrophic event or you have bad luck with your health, okay? And that is tied to genetics and chance. Okay, but you want to control the aspects of your life that you can, nutrition, and also your day-to-day decisions as far as your health goes, and also the impact of how you're spending your dollar day-to-day. So actually every day is a significant step toward your end goals as far as your health goes and also your financial status. So thinking before you act, even on an insignificant day-to-day basis, and also obviously the very important decisions in your life, if you want to do marriage or buying big ticket items, is also important. Okay, so the accumulation of the small decisions you make day to day and also the very big decisions that you make on big ticket items or life-changing events is going to affect your future. So don't treat a day-to-day decision lightly, and obviously don't treat a big life decision lightly either. So make every decision pros and cons, and you really want to think before you make a decision day to day or for a big life event. So that's it, guys, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.